Hey everybody, it's your boy, Sergeant Hooked on Henshins. I know I said before I wasn't sure if I was going to do the whole weekly review thing here of Dino Fury, but then I decided, yeah, I'm going to try. I might try and do these more of a normal thing, schedule-wise-ish, with like having them on Fridays, like right before the new episode premieres on Saturday, but not sure. But anyway, we're going to dive right into it. Episode 2 was literally just as good as episode 1, if not better. I don't know if I give my score on the first one. I'm trying to do it like out of 10, I think. I don't know, arbitrary numbers, who cares? So for the premiere definitely gets a 10 out of 10. We'll see what we get with this one. But anyway, so episode 2 was amazing. It started off with our Red Ranger Zato. He is teaching, actually, Amelia and Ollie how to morph. Super cool to see this. In most seasons, we just assume that either they learn from like somebody else who's been on the team before, or that the morphing grid through the morpher just gives them that knowledge. But not the same case here. He had to kind of teach them, and it's kind of cool seeing them stumble to try and morph. We also get the return of teleporting, which I thought was really cool. So they can use the morpher to teleport back to Dinohenge, to the little spaceship thing that Solon and Zato were in. So really nice touch there too. But the whole plot of it is it's called Sporix Unleashed. And so Ollie and Zato are kind of at odds because Zato wants to clearly destroy all the Sporix. Ollie wants to catch one to learn more about them so that they can be more prepared and to like warn the city about it. And Zato doesn't exactly agree, and he's more about trying to keep people safe. Amelia tries in vain to go to her workplace to try and put like a bulletin about the monsters, the Sporix and everything. Doesn't work out, but we do see her boss get this new robot thing, his assistant, J-Borg, I think is what they call it. But she's from Hartford Cybernetics or Hartford Robotics, one of the two, which is Andrew Hartford from Operation Overdrive. I don't like that season personally, but I do like the connection of making it seem like it's in universe with everything else. If that doesn't work out, they go back to Warden Garcia and Ollie's mom, Dr. Arcana, and try to tell him about it. He doesn't believe them either, which bothered me but didn't bother me. Like, I'm hoping that they cut down on the amount of people that are like, what's a Power Ranger? What's a monster? Whoa, where'd these monsters come from? Oh, I've never seen anything like that except for 15 different seasons where aliens have attacked the Earth and tried to take over. But it was kind of interesting. He like really quickly like sketched what she was talking about, and it was just like a little UFO thing. But anyway, he didn't really believe her. Wasn't really listening to her or whatever. And so they go on the hunt to try and find a Sporix. They find a scanner that Void Knight used in the base, and they're worried that they're going to come back for it. So actually, Ollie gives it to his mom to use it to help track the Sporix or whatever. And so they're worried that Zato's going to target them or target Ollie's mom to get the scanner back. Well, he does. She's working on some tech, and he comes through, and the drone she has like blows up, and they all jump out of the way, but he saves her. Before that, though, we actually get the addition of this adaptation's version of Creon from Rio Soldier, who made the monsters in the original Sentai. His name is Mucus. He is a part of things now. And before that, I'll get back to that, we get the morphing sequence. This morphing sequence, oh my goodness. It's completely and utterly different from the Sentai in a lot of ways. It has some slight touches that are similar. The morph stance is kind of there, but not really. It's kind of its own thing. And you can see how proud Zato is that they did it right. Like, they do the right thing, and they're about to, end it with their morph call, which is linked to Morphin Grid, which I kind of like. It's very simple, has nothing to do with dinosaurs or Fury or anything, but I like how simple it is because they're the first team ever. They wouldn't need anything fantastic or fancy in the way that they morph call because it's the first team, so it's just linked to Morphin Grid. That's what we're doing. They're being very direct with what they're doing. Sorry about the baby squeals back there. But anyway, yeah. So it was a really cool sequence. That gets into the actual footage there. They pound the ground with their fist, cracks, a bunch of energy behind them, and like a little holographic projection of like an aura of their dinosaur, and then it helps form their suit and all that. And the Morphogrid's involved. Zato is completely like stone faced. He knows what he's doing. But the other two you can see are like really interested, like, whoa, what's going on? Like surprised and excited about it. Anyways, they morph. They fight for a bit. They destroy the drone. Dr. Akana kind of helps take care of Mucus for a minute. He runs away with Void Knight. And she actually gets to meet Ollie, and she doesn't know Ollie is the Blue Ranger. He tries to make his voice deeper. She goes, you sound familiar. And he's like, no. So, anyway, really good episode overall. They end up fighting the Sporix beast, this big, like, minotaur-looking thing with like a rapier. And so they fight him for a while, kind of get their butts beat, and then eventually he gets bigger, and Zato takes over and summons the T-Rex Champion Zord, again using the flip keys from Rio Soldier, which aren't what they did with the keys in the Souls. That were Souls and Rio Soldier, now they're keys and Power Rangers. They didn't do them flip keys, so it's going to be confusing if kids are smart enough to be like, well, why doesn't my toy flip? Little flip up thing, whatever. But overall, a really good episode, a lot of good team, meshing here, like, back and forth. The humor was like well utilized and wasn't in your face and too much. And I really liked that there's a part where Zato uses this like fart key thing, and normally fart jokes happen in Power Rangers and you're like, oh god, please stop. But it was funny because he used it to like slow down the monster. It wasn't just using it for be a butt of a joke, hat. But it was to stop the monster, slow the monster down. So I thought that was really cool. So really interesting things here. Void Knight and Curio. Void Knight and Mucus find this Area 62 thing that's like abandoned facility, and that's going to be their base. And there's this machine there that he puts the Sporix little pod thing in, because once it gets destroyed, they just turn back into the little mucus ball thing. He puts it in there, saying that, oh, it's not enough energy. I thought there'd be enough, and he's not saying what it's for. Maybe it's to summon their version of Eris. Maybe it's to get him a new powerful form. I have no clue what they're doing with that. But I like the mystery with it, and I like that he's taking charge and getting involved. It's been a while since we've had a main villain in a Power Ranger series actually get involved and be on the ground to fight and like kick the Rangers' butts a little bit and be involved in the like plot. Usually they sit back and go henchman, bleh. So anyway, really good scenes, really good choreography. The morphing sequence is great. The morphing call is simple yet elegant. And only tiny thing is I hope that they do something with the Tiramigo footage. In the Sentai, the Red Ranger's Zord he can take like a smaller form and be on the ground with them. And he was named Tiramigo, and he was like had like a voice, and he would talk and everything. It was in Japanese, of course, but he was just an amazing part of the show and like a great character. So I hope they do something with that. They may not, and maybe their way of doing that is to do Solon and have her be the insert of Tiramigo, kind of. But hopefully they do something with that. If they don't, I don't care, because I really like what they're doing. Every 2 episodes in, blowing away my expectations. Definitely going on the route of utilizing the Sentai footage and respecting the like aesthetics from the season, but doing something completely new with it, and I like that a lot. So great characters, great narrative so far. The interplay between them is great. They're really building this trio well, so once we add the siblings in, it'll be a nice dynamic to add them into the newbies, where these three kind of know what they're doing. Clearly Ollie and Amelia to a lesser degree than Zato, but still. Also, Zato retracts his antenna, which is kind of interesting. And he's kind of like this fish out of water thing, doesn't understand why the world's so different, but really interesting stuff. So, if I'd have to rate this episode, I probably would give it another 10 out of 10 just because the morphing sequence. If we didn't get a full morphing sequence of all 3 of them, I probably would be a 9. But I'm going to give it another 10. I really enjoyed it. I think they're doing some really interesting things. They're utilizing the footage interestingly. They're using, their new narrative plot threads are really good. And I love seeing Void Knight / Guy Sorg's armor more often. I love that suit. So hopefully they keep on this train and they keep, doing what they can to, really flesh out an awesome story and build this team to be an awesome new team and to be something to be memorable and be awesome for a lot of fans. So far, people I follow online and stuff like that, in different fandoms and whatnot, in different social circles, love the series so far, even if they're Rio Soldier fans also. So I'm definitely on that boat right now, and it has nothing, honestly, to do with my love for Rio Soldier, kinda, because that love for Rio Soldier will never go away, but I have almost like a separate love for Dino Fury right now. So overall, fantastic episode. If you have the chance to watch it when it premieres, 8 a.m. on Nickelodeon, watch it. If you can't, there's of course ways online to watch it, duh. But it's fantastic. If you haven't seen the first 2 episodes, find a way to watch them online or through Nick's app or Nick Online or whatever. It's a fantastic show so far, and I'm really, really hopeful for the next 2 episodes. But anyway, like I said, 10 out of 10. If you guys could like the video and maybe, share it around if you'd like, subscribe for more Toku content. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Hi. I don't know why you subscribed, but I'm excited that you did. Thank you for all the views on the Gokai Change video. And yeah, overall, I love you guys. Thank you for being an awesome community. And as always, stay hooked on Henshins. We'll see you later. Bye bye.